taking this game on. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field Thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City Field MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing, Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. Flushing Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis, yeah, we in the zone. For the faithful at home, it's the MetsXMFanZone. From Flushing Queens to the whole damn world. Best damn podcast flag you ever unfurled. Yeah! MetsXMFanZone! Let's go, Mets! Queens stand up, yeah, we bringing that fire. City feel thunder, taking this game higher. Hard-hitting analysis.
All right, we are live right here on the MetsXMFanZone live podcast, home of your everything New York Mets. We want to say hello to everybody and welcome to our live streams, where we break down all of your latest New York Mets news, live streams, and much, much more. If you guys get to enjoy our live streams, please tweet, like, and subscribe, because this is how this channel grows each and every day, where we break down your Met lineup cards, giving you guys all your Met insights, and giving you all of your New York Mets news. If you guys get to enjoy our content here on this live stream, we're going to touch up a little bit on yesterday's game, where the New York Mets ended up winning 10-5 in a very, very crucial game that the Mets really needed yesterday. We had on the mound Freddie Peralta that went 6 innings strong, looked really good in last night's matchup. Kind of uncover that early on into our live streams, where we break down that game that was unfolded, that was completely recognized from the first inning on. So we're going to touch up on that. But we do got some news in regards to the front office. I am going to be touching that up also as well. But today's game, we are now going into game 3 of this series, where the New York Mets take on the Colorado Rockies. Game starts at 3:10 for today, and we have on the mound, we got Christian Scott. That's going to be on the mound for the New York Mets, which this is a game that I feel that the Mets could very well solidify this run that we're in right now going on. We're right now winning. We're right now at a 3-game winning streak, which is on a very good positive approach here, because seeing on what all of our guys are really doing is going to be completely incredible, because now our guys are starting to hit, but we still need to yet define on what that bullpen is really looking at. And of course, our starting rotation has been electric in the last week or so. So we have to completely unfold on what this team is going to be doing, moving on. So we're going to touch up on all of that coverage here on our live streams. We want to thank everybody for joining us, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing these each and every day to uncover all the Mets news. So I want to touch up on that for just a second. If you are new to the channel, my name's Anthony. I am a 16-year veteran for Major League Baseball. Was a ghostwriter on the website for 16 years, and also written as a B writer for the New York Mets for a lot of the reporters in the league. Been doing that for quite some time. Now, finally, in front of a camera, giving you guys my insights, my analysis, my betting predictions, my betting odds, and also giving you guys some education on how to bet on like these apps like FanDuel, Fanatics, and BetMGM, which I am partnered with. So I love those apps. Each and every one of them, they're great apps. That's why I always talk about them so much on my channel. So we'll roughly touch up on that, and then we'll go into some of the injury reports, which I got here with AJ Minter, kind of going on with some of the other players that we have seen. So we're going to get into that, but also if you would like to catch today's game, the New York Mets versus the Colorado Rockies, going into Game 3, Mets took 2 games so far out of the series, have been looking really good from the starting pitching standpoint, and also kind of seeing on what the hitters have been doing. And so far, a lot of our players are pretty much locked in at this point. So we're going to unravel the lineup card. However, just a note, we don't have the lineup card out just yet. So we're going to really run on the fly on this live stream. I'm going to wait for the lineup card to come out officially. I mean, I do have it. I have it right in front of me, but I'm just waiting to get a full confirmation of the lineup before I go deep dive into it. So I just want to, put that out as a side note. So I do have the players and the analysis of today's game on the website. It will actually be published after our stream because we didn't actually get a full lineup card, but all of my analysis will go on there at the end of our live stream, because as we go live right now, the lineup card is not officially out on the website, but I do have it in my hand. So I had to literally write it down tonight for you guys to get my full analysis of the lineup card. I just want to see if we could just pop on in here and get it official. And plus, I won't have it up on social media just yet either. So probably right after the live stream, the lineup card I'll have up and whatnot. But their lineup card is out already with the Colorado Rockies. I'm sorry, what happened? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into some of the key highlights of last night's game. If you guys get to enjoy some of this content, please share, like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content so far. Kind of touching up a little bit on last night's game. Last night's game was really good. I ended up watching the whole game as I wasn't in Colorado. I know a lot of people always, get to hear me say I'm from all the, traveling through some of the games and going to some of these places. I will be leaving surely tonight to go to Arizona. Arizona's a long flight. So I'll be leaving here at 6 p.m. It's going to be very interesting to go to Arizona, because so it's going to be Arizona, and then it's going to be, I believe it's Arizona, then one more pit stop before we go to the Yankee series. So I forgot who it was. If somebody could put it in the comments, that'd be even better for me, because I totally forgot the other series. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up here. I'll just pull it up on the website. Apparently, I have it on the website. So that's it. Thank you, Lou. So it's the Arizona Tigers and then Yankees. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy, do you want to be one of my moderators on? This is Lucy from TikTok. If anybody's been asking, I gotta have her in. I want to see if she wants to be one of my moderators. Also, I got some sad news for everybody from our TikTok family. If anybody knows If anybody knows Mountain Man, that's on our TikTok. He is going through some a terrible loss right now. He's apparently losing his dad, from what I'm hearing. He hasn't been joining me as of recently, and that's my buddy. Love him as a brother. He's right now trying to be by his father's side, and I mean, I'm hoping everything turns out okay. And please, if you guys would like to show some peace and love to his father, that would be greatly appreciated. Just show your prayers and your love. You put it in the comment section down below. Well, you're on my live, so I figured, if you want to, just be part. If I need some links down, because I know I get some moderators that don't like to put the links down in the screen or anything that I put in. Of course, I normally I always think of all of my fans. People that that watch me frequently. So I always like to put them in as consideration. They'll always get my top priority for sure. What you? I'm assuming you're working in the New York area. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you for the service that you do to keep us, healthy and safe, and very well appreciated. Oh, you work in White Plains. Oh, very nice. So very well respected for the line of work that you do. I'm sure you do a great job. Just so everybody knows, I'm kind of like stall tacting right now because we're still waiting for the lineup card to really come out. Judd or Bellinger, who's safer for a hit? Right now, I think where Judd's a hit and miss. I really would go with Bellinger over Judd because Judd is pretty much a home run hitter. But I never would ever rule out Aaron Judd. So I would have to really see on where their momentum is. I know the last time I watched it, when they lost the other game, Judd wasn't getting hits. So if I would go with anybody, I would definitely go with Judd. I still like Judd. Judd's my guy. Cubs +1.5. Are they? They're +1.5. I didn't really look at all of them, to be completely honest with you. I know that the Cubs are coming up. They're coming up pretty hot. And I actually didn't do any Cub work today, so that's probably why I don't know. I didn't do any today for them. Pardon me, my voice gets too raspy every time I keep talking too much. We still haven't got that lineup out. What has he been doing? Is he not getting any runs? See the problem here in baseball, it's always a hit and miss. Just like yesterday. I don't know if you guys were watching the show yesterday when I said one of my top guys that I'm going in on my pick was Marcus Semien. And I was really surprised that Marcus Semien was the guy that really, contributed big in our game yesterday. So I thought that was hands down such a good move for me because I'm like, Marcus Semien's got to definitely be the guy to start something because on how he has been playing, and that was just pure luck. Chase Campbell is not going to get called up yet, and I'll look. And if you want me to explain to you, I'll definitely explain to you why. I am not as a former player, as kind of seeing on how the organizations work. That me personally, if I am going to bring up somebody, I can't just bring up somebody on how he's completely hot, because you really don't get to see on what they're capable of doing when they're not hot. I do think Chance Campbell is a very good player. I like him. I think, in my honest opinion, that he could definitely boost this offense. The one key factor here is that he's inconsistent. He's not always consistent all the time. Yes, he's on right now, and he's been playing really, really good. And kind of watching the way he has been performing. But right now, I mean, I'm not going to go with a trend with a guy that's completely hot at the moment. I need a guy that could be consistent each and, at least 2 or 3 times out of the week. He does tend to have a little bit of an attitude problem. Yes, that is very much true. But I mean, he's still a kid. He's still maturing. But I mean, that has nothing to do with him not coming up right now. I think that he would be a great addition, in my opinion, but I don't think he's major league ready just yet. He needs to get a full year under his belt and then maybe reconsider him coming up for next year. Just not right now. We were able to see what he could do at spring training. We're now seeing on what he's done right now down in the minors. But I am not going to go and bring a guy up yet that's not really contribute. That's not, I feel, major league ready. Just I wouldn't do that, in my honest opinion. I always want a guy to be well established first and be consistent, be competitive, and also having better plate precisions and kind of going with at least where the numbers are. I am not going to go in and just fly with my emotions right out of the gate and say, oh, okay, let's bring him up and we need to sit him down. Or that's not what I'm going to do out of a player. So no. What level is this Chase Campbell playing at? I mean, right now he's still at mid-tier. I think with Chase, he does bring the big it factor. However, he might bring the positivity to this club, and I do think that that would be a really good plus for me. But again, by him, hitting from the right side to play around 228, and then on the right side to play going at 330, that, in my opinion, could be inconsistent at major times, especially with clutch hitting. He is a pretty good clutch hitter, but I am not in any shape or form going to take a level out of a caliber of a player that I feel that could be very inconsistent at times. Yeah, the thing with Sean Manaea, I mean, kind of looking at the performance last night, kind of saw what Myers done last night. I mean, was Myers was inconsistent with his location on his fastball. The fastball was a little bit all over the plate. I mean, looking at what we had last night with our ace, which I love him. I think, in my opinion, he is a very, very good pitcher. I like Peralta a lot, and he went 6 innings strong. I didn't understand why he had 91 pitches going into the 6th inning. Took him out very early. I didn't like that move. I think he should have went at least 7. But I mean, right now, on how it's being inconsistent enough to bring in Manaea or bringing in Tobias Myers, I think that matchup, in my honest opinion, wasn't going to work out for me because Tobias Myers going with the matchup, that was completely off in my honest evaluated opinion. I didn't like the matchups that he was going to pitch against with the batters, and just I overall I didn't like it. It was right around 65 to 70% of a success rate anyway, and with go with the fastball, he was a little bit too far out of the strike zone. His location was not good, and his location was going at 116, 129, and with the fastball. And then I think he was trying to overpower too much at the strike zone as well. We're trying to look at different locations with the slider and then going with the sweeper. It just those weren't working for him, and even with the curveball that he was throwing to get those, kind of get those a little outside the plate, just the location was all over the strike zone. And then we had to get, I think it was Terrence behind the plate. He was calling out late in the game that really could have cost us. So I do think also that having a evaluation of Chase, I think I've I've seen him a couple of times. Kind of can't give you my real full analysis on him. Do I think he's good? I do think he's good. Is he major league ready? No. I'm not going to bring up a kid because I feel that he's going to be, a spark plug for the team. I want him to have a full season first. Then we could reevaluate him at spring training of next year. He's not coming up this year. Forget that idea. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Well, that's his analysis, not mine. uh, but I do. But what? Let me tell you something though. I do like him, and I think he has the if factor, in my opinion. Do I think he's major league ready? No, I don't think he's major league ready, in my opinion, just yet. But I just want him to get a full year down in minors. Well, my full analysis, I pretty much gave it to you. But I mean, Puma. I mean, it just that's what he thinks. If he thinks he's ready, then I mean that's his opinion. Me, but Puma has never played in a game. I mean, I can evaluate and really tell you because I have played the game. Uh, you know, I'm very, very good when it comes to seeing talent. I mean, I look at talent that in a different way that kind of others don't. And do I think he's special? He's going to be special. I do think he's definitely going to be special and be a superstar. Reminds me of Mike Trout a lot. So, I mean, do I honestly believe that he could be ready to come up? That's not really for me to say. But I mean, that's for, scouting and for the manager and for the GM. But, could we get some value? Absolutely. I don't know where you heard that. I didn't hear that anywhere. I think with Juan Soto yesterday looked really good coming out of the gate and from the first inning hit that home run. I mean, And then Marcus Simeon really pulled a good night last night. Going 4 for 4. I mean, the home run, the doubles. I mean, very impressive to say the least, in my opinion. Do I think that the Mets could get Paul Skeens? Absolutely. I mean, right now the Mets are in communications with a lot of different teams right now. The Mets are really hot and heavy for two players right now, and that's Skeens, and that's also with oh God, from Philly. Yeah, so I mean, right now, the Mets are looking at different possibilities at this moment in time. Would I be willing to trade Campbell for? Yes, I would. Yes, absolutely. Do I think Juan Soto and Lindor could ever coexist? Absolutely. I just think that Juan Soto, he's all about the game. He's all about, you know, he's all about baseball. He's all baseball. Lindor, I think, is a little bit more flamboyant, in my opinion, with the game. Tries to coexist and try to be a leader. Do I think he's leadership material? Absolutely, but not with baseball. I mean, do I think he could be good? Very well could be. I think right now, it's so early to make major calls into the season. Everybody goes, oh, well, everybody's freaking out about certain things, certain players. Judd is not hitting good right now. Dobley's, over there at the Athletic, they're not playing good right now. I mean, Atlanta Braves are flopping again. So, I mean, right now, you know, it's going to be a roller coaster very early on. Talk to me June and July. It's like, talk to me then. Because right now, players are really still looking, So I am not going to overreact so early on into the season. But you know, teams get hot, teams get cold. Players get hot, players get cold. And that's going to be early on until season starts really, getting, just started to ride. The one thing I like about Jack, his he's got a good fastball. Not only does he have a good fastball, but he has a really good slider. His curveball could be effective. The only problem that I got with Jack is that his location rate, especially with the I don't have a baseball with me. I don't have a baseball here in my studio right now. But I mean, if you watch the way he spins the ball, here's your here's your uh, here's your baseball, and he's holding on it to this way. Meanwhile, he doesn't spread his fingers out enough. So by you not spreading your fingers out enough, you're not going to put enough grip to it to go into location. So your your clock, you want to be able to clock it at least at a 45-degree angle on the curveball. But the problem is that he's not snapping the wrist fast enough to have that good location come sweeping in, especially on batters inside the strike zone. And I think, in my honest opinion, looking at the way he kind of throws that curveball, kind of he can either get in on a guy too much or go too far out of the plate. That could be a wild pitch. And kind of seeing that from a different angle, I think the one issue too Chuck needs to move a little bit all left over to the rubber. And that's the same thing with Manaea. Problem with Manaea here is that, which I don't understand why these coaches are not telling him, he needs to move over on the rubber, over, completely towards the edge of the rubber. And see if he could honestly, when he's pushing, which I've noticed that his velocity is going down by 6 speeds. So, and what's happening is that him going down 6 speeds, even in spring training, he was down to 6 speeds. The fastball location is off because he's not going a little bit higher with his throw. Also, too, he's snapping it too early. By you snapping it too early, your location is going to go like here's your strike zone. His coming down a little bit far down, right down here. So that's the problem that I have with Manaea. If Manaea could get it like here's your strike zone. My apologies. And he's getting it too far down in the middle of the plate, down in the middle of that strike zone, and that's why guys are hitting it. You saw it last night. His locations are completely being at miss. Completely at miss. So he needs to learn to come over on the rubber, a little far over to the right, not so far over to the left. And that has a lot to do, exactly, totally agree, has a lot to do with the pitching coach, but it comes down to his mechanics. They're not looking at his mechanics enough to say, hey, listen, Manaea, you need to lay off on the curveball, because your curveball is dipping down right into the dirt. And guys automatically see that. They see that. You need to change it up a little bit. You need to bring the curveball a little bit past the shoulder. If he could do a little bit past the shoulder, his strikeout ratio would be a lot better. That's the problem that I have with Manaea. It's like Puma, like, is he like related to you? Seems like Puma's like your go-to guy. I know Puma. I know him very well. Not a big fan of him. But yeah. So I mean, kind of, you guys heard me talk a little bit on Manaea, but I mean, last night, him, I just think he needs out of here. I mean, he's a good guy. I don't get me wrong. I just think there are times when he reports things. I think he fabricates a lot of it. I know, and I definitely appreciate that. I mean, anybody that was my role models in this business was Puma, was Tacoma, love Martino. I love him. That's my brother from another mother. Steve Gelbs. I mean, I love the whole SNY crew. Know them all well. But I mean, those are my guys. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like him though. My thought, you know what? I didn't even really talk about Sterling's, didn't I? John Sterling's. Oh, he was such a nice man. Really, really loved him. He was a great, great mentor towards a lot of us, in the baseball world. He is going to be missed. He really is going to be missed. I love that man. I mean, we all tend to have our own favorite teams, and he was a big Yankee guy. The one thing was is that his unique of his voice, the knowledge of the baseball game, the knowledge of, the Yankees, because he loved that team. I mean, he just an incredible career. He died at the age, I think, what he was 86 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Lived a long life. I mean, he had his own podcast. You know, it was funny was because when I got into this sort of world, especially with you know, going into reporting and going into podcasting, you know, I kind of looked at him as like one of the pioneers to, you know, kind of do your own thing. And John Sterling was such a big mentor towards a lot of us. Gonna be missed. Gotta be missed. Kind of hits me here. Gonna be missed. You know what I think too in the game now, which I noticed it with SNY a lot, is that when you talk about the game and you go into like sports broadcasting, the problem is that they don't make people feel authentic anymore. It's like there is just no authentic in people. It's like here's something that you have to go by this. And I'm all about character. You know, I was told early on that I would never make it anywhere. Then I was because of my look. I didn't have the look. And, you know, so I said, you know what? I know what could change my look was my glasses. So I said, you know, it would be great to kind of just go on there, be myself, but not trying to change anything. So you know, the look, the feel of the game, and try to be very authentic is the biggest key. Now it's because baseball is so emphasized around the league, there is not enough of me or of, you know, a lot of, you know, broadcasting, you know, guys that go off the cuff. There's not many of us that really go off the cuff. You know, of course, I always get a little bit of where I write my notes and I jot my notes down, you know, kind of to make my points on all my bullet points. But everybody write the script and everybody goes by the script. I don't go by scripts. I go by me. You know, I go by the fans because the fans, problem is too, the fans is what makes us better as, you know, as we talk about things, you know. Yeah, Lindsey Grant, you know, Lindsey Graham, Lindsey Nelson, Bob Murphy. Those guys were very good, great in their craft. You know, Ralph Kiner, great in their crafts. There's none of that anymore. It really isn't. There's just people that just, you know, all the influencers on all these platforms, they all go by a script. Don't let them con you on that. You look at Frank the Tank. You'll look at other people on these social platforms. They all go by scripts. They all go by something in front of them. Don't let them con you for a second. Keith, um, Redad is. Uh, I think Keith is good. Listen, he's okay. You know, everybody's different. Everybody has their own different style. Everybody has their own different sort of feel of the game. But I love Keith. Keith is my favorite though. Howie Rhodes, I love. I do not like you know, I am not a Gary Cohen fan of the SNY booth. I am not a Ron Dolan fan. I mean, I like Ron Dolan. I think Ron Dolan he's a baseball guy, not a Mets guy. Keith is a rah 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 Mets guy. Gary Cohen, I feel the way is, but isn't. Kind of goes a little off base with a lot of things. You know, they try to be a split down the middle. Be a Mets broadcasting crew, not a baseball crew. If you're doing Mets, you talk Mets straight through and through. But I mean, if anybody that I love the most, it's definitely Harry Rose and John Sterling. Those are my two favorites in regards to in the boot wise. Those are my two favorites. And plus, yeah, I also came up for Yankees. So I mean, as you know, as a big Mets fan, it's like that's a do not do sort of thing. I don't like the way Gary Cohen talks to Keith. I don't like that. You know, they kind of he makes Keith out to be uh like retarded. I don't like that. That bothers me. That really irks me. Well, the producer, the producer for SNY played for St. John's. That's why. Just so everybody knows that. I don't think anybody knows that. But he played for St. John's. Violation for what? What hate speech? You believe that I got a hate speech on my life? That's some shit. I got a hate speech on my life. What? Because I don't like somebody? Oh no, TikTok did it. I just happened to just see it. That's something. All right, so sorry to go off tangent here, but we finally got the official lineup card, so I want to be able to get into that. Yeah, probably was. Because they make him out to be like there's something wrong with the guy, and you know, I just don't like that. You know, because Keith is Keith is a legend, a Mets legend. When it's time for Keith to to go to sleep, when it's time for him to go, he's going to be a Met God forever. And I loved what they did for him yesterday. That was so cool at the stadium. David Cohn's okay. He's okay. Great guy. Love David Cohn. Great guy. Super. David Cohn is very good at what he does, but you know he's a Met hater. He definitely is. So through and through, don't know why. He played for the Mets. So I don't get that one though. That he can be. Absolutely that he can be. But thank God we don't have to hear him so much. I think he's still with the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, thank God I don't have to listen to it. But he's all right. He does it what he can do. Just like, what we do. Michael K, I love Michael K. You people are probably going, what? How are you liking these guys? Oh no, Michael K. I'm actually a fan of Michael K. I'm really more of a fan of Michael K than I am with Mike Francesa. And I think Mike Francesa is okay. Not a super fan. But I think Michael K is all right. I'm not in any shape or form dislike Michael K. Oh, forget Susie Walden. She is annoying. I find her so annoying. I am not a fan of her. Her voice irks me. But that's what makes her unique. So, but anyway, enjoyed talking with all of you guys. But we have to get into the lineup card now. So we got the game is going to be going live at 3:10. Now, if you guys get to enjoy the content that we provide you guys today for this matchup, please stay through to the end of our live streams because I'm going to go with the betting analysis and I'm going to give you my insights for each one. Probably going to just do the insights as we go, as we shoot off. Can we trade Senga to the Mariners? We can. The Mariners got some good players that we could definitely look at. I think the Mets really need to kind of go with pitching. So I think that could definitely, the Mets need to look at some pitching. I'm not really going to go so much on hitting because I know the Mets are still looking at some other possibilities, But I think in my honest opinion, if I'm going with like another hitter, it has to be Mike Trout. Yeah, Keith. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. Okay, so let's get into the matchup for today. The lineup card is now out officially. Oh, it's pretty much the same lineup as yesterday. They just put in Austin Slater. Oh no, Austin Slater is in there. Andy Abias is also in there. Why are they doing that? And Brohan is in there playing shortstop. Bo Bichette playing third. That's interesting. Nice earrings. Oh, thanks. I've always had earrings in my ear since I was a baby. Uh, I do. I like Bo Bichette at leadoff. I like Bo and I like Soto when they're both in leadoff position. Juan Soto, I'm fine with Juan Soto leading off. It's only one time out of the whole lineup. I mean, in my honest opinion. Yes, Christian Scott is pitching today. He is gonna be our pitcher, which I love. I think he's my favorite. Love Christian Scott. You know, he is starting to really come into his own. You're starting to see him pitch a lot better from the first game. Debuting in 26. It got a little rattled. That it happens, but I think his location is starting to get so much better. The fastball, he's coming tight on batters, which I love. But that's something he definitely should continue to keep doing. On the slider, I think in all locations, if you're looking at that 56 percentile, he has a very good exit velocity. Kind of looking in this location scale rate, this is right around the 107. So I really love everything about Christian Scott. He's my favorite. My favorite. Coming out from the young kids from the minors, from AAA. I think he's going to be a star. He's going to be a stud. He's my favorite right now. I think that what the Mets need to do in regards to catching, I honestly really, really love the, well, what's his name? God, Terrence. I love Terrence. I like on how they're doing it with Terrence and Alvarez, where Terrence and Alvarez going back to the DH spot and also with the catching situation. With Alvarez as a DH Terrence as a catcher. That I like. I like to see that. I was yelling for it since the start of the season, but we couldn't do it because of Juan Soto got hurt. They had to put him into the DH spot for a while, and then he's finally back out in the field. And I said, "Thank you, thank you." Been asking for it. Put them both in there. I think in my opinion, the Mets got to go for another catcher. They got to go, and there are a lot of good possibilities of catchers out there that I feel that the Mets should go and get. There's a lot of really good veterans out there right now. And you know what? I honestly would like to reconsider and bring him back Travis d'Arnaud. You know, he's a veteran, and I think he would be really good, in my opinion, if you really want to go with a veteran. Alejandro Simo? Yes and no. I don't know if I really. He's inconsistent. He's not always consistent. That's the only problem I have. What's his ERA? I think it's like 230 or 240 or something like that. I like him, but I don't know if I feel that would be like you need somebody that could really, talk to these pitchers. I don't know if he's really under the same level. Salvador Perez, that I like. Very, very good. But okay, so let's get into the lineup card. We're kind of procrastinating over here a little bit. I've seen a lot of your comments, and I enjoy talking to you guys. But let's go into the lineup card tonight. So we got Juan Soto leading off. What does this do for us? And I mean, I love it. He's DHing tonight. Fine, no worries about that. Do I think Juan Soto, really shows some good patience at the plate? Absolutely. A steal threat. Hasn't really done it this year, but if he gets on, he's always a steal threat. Yesterday's game, he hit a home run right in the top of the first inning to lead off. I mean, that's effective. Absolutely effective. I like the move. I like Juan Soto there. If I could have Boba Chet there, I think that would be better in my opinion. They had it in yesterday's game 1 and 2, and today's game 1 and 2. Those two guys right now are playing some really good baseball because, Boba Chet getting the RBI in yesterday's game in the 7th, getting a couple of hits yesterday. That looked really good for the Mets in their 10-5 win. So, you always have Juan Soto and Boba Chet as your number 1 and number 2. How it will look like if Francisco Lindor comes back. Don't even give Lindor the opportunity right out of the gate to lead off. Bring him all the way down the lineup. That's what I would go. I would go with either 8 or 9 for Francisco Lindor when he comes back. But that's yet to be, tested. But the one thing that I'm really looking forward to is really seeing AJ Minter. He's going to be coming back in the Tiger series. That's good for me. So they're saying he might come back in the third game of the Tiger series or coming into the Yankee series. That's going to be, in my opinion, I'm really interested in seeing. He's been doing a lot. He's been taking a lot of BPs out here right now. From the reports I've heard with the Mets PR. So, I mean, the progress has been looking really good for him. So he's right now like 80 to 90% ready to go. But kind of looking at the 1 and 2, definitely would say Juan Soto as my number 1 right now. Having that at 95% of confidence, in my opinion, definitely could see him have a home run in today's game. Again, go back. Would it be the leadoff in the start of the game? Possibly. But, I mean, getting hits, getting RBIs, getting on base is always a Juan Soto sort of thing. But Juan Soto to get that extra home run for us tonight would be very impactful. Definitely going to go Juan Soto as one of my number guys for tonight's matchup. And then we got batting second, Bo Bichette. He's playing third base today. Very interesting. I actually like that. I like him at shortstop. I think he's okay at shortstop. But right now, Brohan's going to be playing shortstop today. So, which he is batting ninth. I don't know why they kind of did this lineup. I think they should have just went with everybody. But of course, we don't have. Who do we have as catcher today? We have Alvarez as catcher, and he's batting seventh today. So we're not going to be seeing Terrarians. So I think that's just fine. They're not going to trade Lindor for Skeens. Sorry, but not sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. Would I like that? Absolutely. I like the guys we have. So batting third, playing first base is Mark Vientos. Very good at first base. I like the versatility over there. I'm liking the presence at first base. Now, in regards to his bat, he has been looking pretty decently with his bat. We didn't really get to see too much out of him yesterday. But, I mean, tonight, hopefully he could be impactful against the lefty, against Jose Quintana. We could hit off Quintana. Expect to see a lot of runs off of Quintana tonight. And then we have Austin Slater. He's batting fourth, playing right field. He's a very good outfielder. I think that's why the Mets brought him in, because on how good he is at depth-wise. He doesn't have a really good bat, but I'm very interested in seeing on him, just his presence out in the outfield. I think I like it in my opinion. I like it. Would he be any sort of part of any of my parlays tonight? No. Then we got batting fifth, playing second base. Marcus Semien had a very impactful night yesterday. He went 4 for 4. He had a couple of hits, ended up getting a home run in the ninth inning. I mean, just very impressive. He was my top pick yesterday. If anybody was watching the show, I said, I think he's going to have a really good night. I love the matchup. I really did like the matchup between Lorenz and him. He was able to get on the slider. That was something that I talked about yesterday. I talked about on how Marcus Semien could pick up on those sliders and be very effective to get some, little bloopers here and there. He got it yesterday. We saw that. So, I mean, was very impactful, played really good, got the home run in the ninth inning to really kind of shut the doors down for Colorado. But to be fair, Colorado is not that good. I think the Mets are going to beat up on them tonight. So to be effective against the Mets tonight, I am going to go, obviously, with Marcus Semien again today. I am definitely going to go with 2 hits, 2 home. I'm actually going to go with 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run. He's going to go 3 for 4 tonight. Expect to see him, have another good game today. I'm going to definitely put Marcus Semien as one of my other top players to look out for in tonight's matchup. Then I'm going to go, which is now batting 6, playing left field, is Andy Baez. I was going to say Austin Baez. Andy Baez. What am I going to see with Andy Baez tonight? 2 key factors. One, he's playing left field, which he has a very good glove. The only problem I have with him is that he's not consistent. He's batting it right now at 186. Not very good with the bat right now, but since coming over to the New York Mets, right now he's 4 for 8. That's fine, in my opinion. The only key factor that I'm going to watch out for him is outside of the right side of the plate. Right outside of the plate, he right now bats at 230, which is fine. But with the left side, very ineffective. So I want to see kind of Baez to just go with the opposite field direction, get some hits if he could. I think he definitely could be effective against Quintana. I'm going to say he should get 2 hits tonight with 2 RBIs. Then we're going to go with Francisco Alvarez. He's going to be batting 7th, playing, and he's catching in tonight's game. Obviously, very effective against the right side of play, batting at 287. Right now, he's gotten every sort of category at 719. So, how can I see Alvarez being effective tonight? Is going with 2 RBIs, 2 runs, 2 home runs. If he could get on base, great. But if he can launch it out against Quintana in his career, he bats against Quintana 276 in his lifetime against him. I do see him to be very effective tonight. So I am definitely going to be going 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 home runs for Francisco Alvarez to be my number 1 pick for tonight. Then Tyrone Taylor has been decent, getting hits, getting on. I'm okay with him. Then Brohan playing shortstop. He's batting. So Taylor batting 8th, Brohan batting 9th. I like Brohan. Very good in regards to the fielding ability. Not great with his bats. But, I mean, I can see 2 of them kind of being automatic outs. I hate to say it like that. But I think with Taylor, he has been very effective so far this year. Not terrible, but I would like to see him do a little bit more. So those are going to be some big picks that I'm going to watch out for tonight's matchup. So the New York Mets taking on the Colorado Rockies. This game goes to 3:10 tonight. Again, these are my official picks. Right on the fly. Literally right on the fly. You'll be able to catch them on the website after our live stream is over. So it would be Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Marcus Semien, Alvarez, and Baez. So expect to see those as my five picks. Normally we always go with 3. So it would be Juan Soto, Marcus Semien, and Francisco Alvarez. Those would be my top 3 picks. And my 5, Juan Soto, Bo Bichette, Marcus Semien, Baez, and Alvarez. So those are my top picks for tonight's matchup. If you guys got to enjoy the channel, please share, like, and subscribe, because every time that we go live, we're here to give you all of my analysis of the game, kind of breaking down the lineup cards, giving you guys my predictions on all the sport apps, and of course, here to give you guys my analysis for each and every game live on all of your social media platforms. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be safe, be well. Let's go Mets. But also, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And you will like to see tonight's game, it will be on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.com. It's the ultimate destination where the fans go. We'll see you, and we'll be back here tomorrow for the Tiger Series.
Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens! Mic check, 1, 2, the show is done. MetsXMFanZone, yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone, catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets! Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens! Mic check, 1, 2, the show is done. MetsXMFanZone, yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah! We wrapped it up, Queens. Mic check, 1, 2. The show is done. MetsXMFanZone. Yeah, we had our fun. From the first pitch heat to the final out. That flushing energy, no room for doubt. Lights dim low, but the legacy grows. That's how the legend of the fan zone flows. MetsXMFanZone. Catch you on the next one. Let's go Mets. Yeah!